Hey, this is Cameron Parker. You're listening to the Unbelievers Podcast.
There were several groups. One of the principal ones was the reptilians from the Orion complex.
Without any exaggeration, it was like being on fire inside.
Rats were eating you inside.
This stuff was in my mouth. It felt like it was 500 degrees. It was unbelievably hot.
My first question would be, were you a member of the Church of Satan, a card-carrying member of the Church of Satan?
I don't understand.
There's always an argument for everything, you know? Just because somebody can fake something doesn't necessarily mean it's
and we found a life form. And that's when I started shitting my pants.
So for the person who called, I am carrying an alien.
An alien baby. We covered right here, okay?
Okay.
Something is happening. What is it? That's the question. So do UFOs exist? It depends on what you mean exist.
Hello, and welcome to Unbelievers Podcast, a bonus episode for November. What's up? It is your boy
Russell Ryan. I said his name backwards.
And joining me tonight is Chris Porteous. What is up, Chris?
Hey, man. It just feels like yesterday we were talking about cave dragons. So I don't know, man. It feels like we're keeping a good pace here. How you doing?
I'm doing great. And yeah, for some people it was. What is up, everybody? We are recording this on Black Friday night, a little surprise pop-up live stream, a bonus episode here. And yeah, I hope everyone, what's going on? I hope you, I know that's great. I want to talk about Thanksgiving a little bit. Not really, but, you know, having a Canadian guest. You guys have done Thanksgiving already, yes?
Yeah, we like to space it out a little more from Christmas, but it was good.
Okay, good. Myself too. I just got back. I was in New Orleans last night, and I will be going back on Sunday. I'll kind of bring up why I am even mentioning that a little bit with one of the stories we're going to get to. But yeah, we're doing the video thing again, and I want to give a shout out to whoever in poll results. Man, I really couldn't. Someone brought up a thing about a vibrator, and I looked everywhere for that clip, and I realized going on this, we hadn't been live doing video since our Halloween live stream. We had the video sound bites. Remember this? And I found it. So this is for you.
He was a researcher connecting a mechanical vibrator to a house.
I looked everywhere for that thing. I was like, I know about the mechanical vibrator. That was so late on Halloween. I probably was so out of it by that time. I completely forgot. And but yeah, this is the only show that you can hear about
ghosts, ghouls, werewolves, witches, vampires, creatures of the night, whatever.
Yeah, whatever. We cover it all. And we're going to get in some fun stuff tonight. I got some cool new stuff. I got some stuff we need to check up on. Some of our favorite people. And speaking of favorite people, of course, you guys are our favorite people. Thanks for supporting the show. And I put it out. If you've heard our most recent episode, the Lost Monster Files, Arkansas Cave Dragon. I always wanted to call it cave demon. That was a big sticking point to me. Somehow cave demon made more sense. It was a cave dragon. It was really an alligator.
Cave gator. Yep. I mean, you know, gator. Yeah, it wasn't a real cave, and it was a real alligator that they captured. So like it was slightly action packed. You're right. It was pretty good.
What are you talking about? Had it all. It had
reptiles do it. Snakes, iguanas, monitor lizards, even tortoises will pile up a big bunch of it sometimes.
It had that. It was great. Some great fun clips. I still got lined up here. Like,
so he's looking around. Well, he's not looking around. He's blind.
Hey-o.
You can't see it.
And lots of details about local natural wildlife like crawdads and whatever snapping turtles they have. You know, it's very informative.
Yeah. That was, you know, I had to ditch the danger rust bit and go to safety rust and talk about alligator snapping turtles a little bit. But yeah, go check out that new episode. We got some fun stuff to get into tonight. And I did mention on the show, and I'll mention again, I would like to get I want to work on I've got our logo behind us here, but I would like the idea of having like something based on this, but a kind of a new logo for the show, updated a little bit, something, I don't know, I love the one we have, but I kind of feel like show's a little different now, and a cool new logo would be fun, but kind of going off of that. You know what I mean, Chris? Come on. A couple of people have already reached out when it was just on the Patreon. So thank you guys that have reached out. And so people are in the hunt. Are you excited, Chris?
Yeah, I mean it's gonna be tough because like this one does have everything from like cryptids, dinosaurs, Illuminati, black helicopters, aliens, Bigfoot. I feel like you're gonna have to. I feel like you're gonna have to go simple this time, at least for a while.
That's the thing. I know, and it's so it's a choice, but maybe not. Maybe it goes super busy just in a different style or something. I don't know. Anyway, I got some stuff to get into, and I want to kind of chill with our weirdos. But before that, we have to get into Unbeliever news.
We do the news, we make it entertaining.
Thank you, Stina. And I've got some news that kind of just popped up as of last night. As I'm working on this, I'm realizing, last night, Thanksgiving night, get home, realizing, oh, wait, we're now getting into the Christmas season. So the one thing that really stuck with me last year, and I know it's probably annoying to some, was the Yule goat, the Galve goat of Sweden, that is known for being a giant goat in the middle of a town that people just love to burn down, hit with cars, throw things at, destroy at will. So much so that they've made it basically a command zone around this, treasured holiday giant thing. And I'm proud to announce, I will put it up here now. If you're watching the video version of this, I'll share my screen to get the live thing. But wouldn't you know it, the Galve goat is back. Look at that. Can we see him here? There he is, the Galve goat. This is a current live stream. And what I like about this live stream, I don't think they did this last year. Watch, check this out. It's a lo-fi. Watch.
It's not even a Christmas lo-fi.
It claims to be. I'll look at the actual live video. Okay. The description of it does say lo-fi Christmas mix. But now
doesn't it just look so flammable, everyone? Just look at it.
It's so burnable, but maybe this is to kind of calm down. I'm going to turn the music.
We're not endorsing that, by the way. Yeah, we don't endorse that behavior.
No, Canada does not endorse the destruction of the Galve goat. I certainly do. It's the only reason I'm watching the stream, but it is back. And something weird was going on. I posted this in the Unbelievable Podcast Network group. As soon as I saw it, I was very excited that this thing is back, because anything can happen, especially if we're doing live streams. Let's go. And this is the first night this thing's up. This thing's so fresh. If you remember last year, by the end of the season, this thing had been picked apart by birds. Like the birds took it upon themselves to fuck this thing up. And they did a pretty good job of it. But it's here now. We're going to check it out. I will always be checking on it. I'm hoping something goes down with one of my favorite Christmas monsters. That's the Galve goat. So that's a little update on that. He's there. I guess I can't keep that up. But if you want to watch it on your own, please do keep any updates. I want to know what is going on with that thing. And now I'll get to my actual planned news that I had. And this is something kind of close to, our hearts as unbelievers. We're all very into Mothman and into Point Pleasant and into the Mothman Museum. Well, I don't know, Chris, if you follow the Mothman Museum or one of the many accounts of it on Facebook.
I probably should.
They have been posting very weird, next level, kind of unbelievable stuff in the last few days. And I'll start with this. Here's a Facebook post from November 24th. What is that? 5 days ago. And here's the post. It says, anyone else been seeing this? We've seen it 3 times now. At first, it just appears as an unassuming star. Then you'll see it move across the sky. We know others who have seen it in Mason County as well. And they post a video. This is the official Mothman Museum. I'm going to close the Galve goat. It'll help me out here. This is the official Mothman Museum posting weird lights in sky. And it is cool that we have a video version. So check this out. And this is a TikTok video. This is, it's not a first for us, but this is what they're seeing. This weird light that stays very stationary. And at first, you go, okay, you're seeing a cool light. You're feeling compelled. Okay. Oh, thank you, Mothman Fest. Thank you for that stunning TikTok. So, okay, one video, I wouldn't just put it. It was like, all right, they saw a light in Point Pleasant. I was in Point Pleasant. I've seen a light. No big deal. This is a follow-up from later that night. It says, here's a follow-up to our previous post. We have considered that maybe it was a drone or an aircraft. But this thing stays up all night long. And in this video, there's a plane passing it. We know that it's not Starlink or a satellite. I feel like they're applying to be on Alien Encounter Fact or Fiction right now.
Yeah. I mean, there is such a thing as geosynchronous satellites that stay in the same position relative to the Earth. So it could be something like that. But you never know.
We need to let them know. Maybe spoilers, because I am ready to actually call them maybe after the story. That's a good point. But there is another video that they're referencing here. It says, because both move across the sky a lot faster, and we've seen both in recent months past, and this is nothing like those. We had family over this evening. The Mothman Museum has family over. Can you imagine that? That's great. Like, nice. Yes, if the Mothman, I want to be part of the family. Probably not after this. It says, so they were able to confirm seeing it move from left to right in the sky as well. And yeah, they post another video later that night, and they've got friends backing them now. There's like not a lot to deny it. So here we go. There's a Mothman lights later that night in the museum. Okay, look. So the blue thing is stationary, right? I feel like I'm watching that. It reminds me of that video from, that famous video from the ISS where that one thing is stationary and you see a little UFO go by. So this is the light they're seeing, and they're confirming it's nothing you think it is, but this is a plane going by. Look at that. Look at that not dramatic light passing by another light. And there it goes. So but to see the Mothman Museum people themselves actually posting this, I don't know. And, okay, again, like I brought up before. Okay, so they saw that one night. Who cares? Why would we even talk about this? Well, that's not all. 2 days later, last Tuesday, just 3 days ago, it's back. It's out there every clear night, always in the western sky. It's not an aircraft, satellite, or drone, unless there's such things as commercial drones with battery power to keep it staying in the night sky all night long, every single night. I'm going to ask you, is there a drone that could stay up all night long, every night?
Nothing in the known consumer market. Most of them, the battery lasts about 20 minutes, all the DJI stuff. But I don't know, man. People are seeing a lot of interesting quote unquote drones lately. Senate Armed Services Committee had a briefing about drones like yesterday or something. A bunch of them being quote unquote drones being seen around Manchester Airport in the UK.
That's the one I want to talk about. Yeah. I should have, I honestly had enough stuff to talk. I wanted to get into that, but I having you on, I knew that you would be kind of you would be keeping track just as much as me. So what do you know?
That's a good picture.
There's a weird picture of a drone, and I don't know. Maybe someone sent me a link to the video. I'll look up something with it a little later. There's a cool so there's a series of pictures that were taken by the Royal Air Force, the RAF, right? Or is it from a commercial airline?
Well, there's a few on the tarmac of the Manchester airport, and it's like there's a thing in the picture that kind of looks like a blue marble, this a little bit bigger than a basketball. And then it
looks like something. It glows blue like a big ball from Episode 1 of Star Wars. This is something that Gungans would be shooting at giant droids. Like, it looks like a big glowing purplish bluish ball. It fits in perfectly with that, and it's sitting on the tarmac, as you say. It's sitting there on the runway, but they've filmed it up. It's very strange. And now this is going. I have one more of this. I want to talk about more. Look, let's watch the. I know I've got another Mothman light because this is from just a couple days after. This is the last one I have of this. All right, here we go. This is from this Tuesday. Here are the crazy Mothman lights. Fourth night seeing the strange light in the sky above Point Pleasant. So that weird blue light, it kind of has this look. Okay, it's the video sucks, but it does have that same kind of purplish blue hue. Maybe that's why I have this light on me of that same drone that was seen in there. Maybe there's a connection that they don't know about. And this video is very short. These TikToks are not good. I go through the trouble of pulling these. Look at this, just to have this. I could have just put an image of it. Oh, time I waste getting a 4-second video up. But what do you think?
Yeah.
What do you think's going on up there? You think this is part of something kind of weird that's going on right now? Weird drones are happening places?
I think a lot of these are just consumer drones, because when they're far enough away, you get like that color changing effect on the light. I think that's just the camera struggling because the light source is so far away. But you know, the Manchester one is a little bit unique because they photographed it on the ground, and then there's a video from the same position, which according to the witness, it shot up in the air right after they drove up to it, and they got a video of it in the air. But you can tell that they're in the same position on the runway because they filmed the same plane ahead of them. So like that ball is like in the air a few seconds later, which, you know, as you're probably aware, you can't fly a sphere as far as we know.
Yet. Right.
Yeah.
You're right. So that is one of the things when you do see it, like either is controlled by something else or we are not doing it. We can't do that at all. That's great. Yeah. All right. You know, I didn't even put these together until we've been talking about how like they're seeing the strange stuff. Maybe we need to let them know about this. So I'm going to do this real quick. I'm hoping this works. And maybe, I don't know if anyone's hanging around. I might even open up the lines later because this is kind of a pop-up live show we're doing here. Oh no, what happened to Chris? Oh, he doesn't want to be a part of this. He's getting nervous. All right, here we go. Oh, I can't connect it anyway. It can't make outgoing calls to the Mothman Museum. Oh, wait, did you pop out on purpose or what happened there?
Yeah, just I had a animal incursion, but yeah, man, I'm ready for the call.
Oh God. Okay, so I actually thought you were like excluding yourself from this. For some reason though, it's not taking calls, this number. Let's see if I can try again. I'm not going to say the number, but I have it here and I got the phone up. Let's see. All right, look, Mothman Museum, we need to let you know what is going on. Here we go. All right. Okay. Yeah, call them. All right, here we go. Tell me if you hear this. Yep. Calling the Mothman Museum. Come on. I know you're there. Please let me leave a message. It's important.
Hello, cryptid fans.
Hi.
Thank you for calling the world's only Mothman Museum. Our business hours are 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., Monday through Thursday.
What time is it there?
10 a.m.
Same time
6
as me.
p.m., Friday and Saturday, and 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. on Sunday.
This is Jeff Walmsley himself
more
talking,
information
for
about
sure.
the museum,
Yeah. What number do I hit?
Or to make a TNT tour reservation.
No.
Visit us online at mothmanmuseum.com.
Yeah,
All of the latest information and updates.
the latest and greatest intel.
Can be found online at mothmanfestival.com.
Okay.
For more information about our uniquely immersive Mothman Blacklight mini golf.
Oh, I
check
want
out
to do the mini golf.
mothmanminigolf.com. To score some awesome cryptid gear, visit Point Pleasant Trading.
This is an emergency. There are drone lights in RAF, the same as yours. We know what's going on.
I don't think they want messages, Russ.
Well, he's getting one, but I'm going to tell him to take his videos down. I'm with the RAF.
And if you're currently being followed by the Men in Black,
Can you do?
then the only solution is to book your Mothman 66 escape room experience at mothmanescaperoom.com.
Whoa.
For all other inquiries,
Okay.
we recommend visiting the museum in person.
No, I want to
Thanks,
talk.
And we'll see you soon.
Leave a message. You can't. All right, what a bust. But I know about all this Mothman Museum related stuff, but hearing it laid out like that, that's crazy. So he's got the museum where you can go and pay and go in there. He's got the merch. He's got the glow mini golf. He's got glow mini golf you can do. He's got the TNT tours. You can do the TNT tours. And what was the other one?
Escape room.
And how could I forget? It's become bravo, Mothman. You made this an entire experience before our eyes. I remember it was even smaller the first time I went. I've been to Mothman Festival like 3 times. I have not been to Glow Golf or the escape room. Ever expanding. Honestly, Man, could you imagine
golf-
working that? Oh, go on.
The golf looks really good. Like the photos I've seen, the golf's the embellishments and the interior design, I approve. It looked pretty nice.
We watched a video of a walkthrough of that golf, and it is so cool. It looks great. We love that. All right, they didn't answer. The phone was a bust. I'm going to open the phone. I don't know if you know the voicemail number. I don't know. You can call. I do have the phone open. I'm just going to keep this right here and not call anyone else. I'll be tempted to not call anyone else. It is Friday.
You gotta have
night.
the family. You gotta have the family phone number to get the answering machine. Yeah,
I guess I would say someone send me Jeff Walmsley's phone number. I don't want to bug the guy. Not on Black Friday. He's probably I thought he'd have some kind of Mothman deal. He'd be talking about Black Friday deal. You know, half off red eye. Backpacks or something. I don't know. He'd have something. But that's it. That's what's going on. Evidently the RAF stuff is way more interesting than Mothman, but they're happening in the same place, so that's pretty cool.
But it is notable because usually you, like you said, what you get is those you get a light in the sky that doesn't look too remarkable, but that photo that looks like a weird blue marble, like this guy saw the other day, that photo is interesting and new, and you don't see a photo where you can actually make out a texture on a UAP very often.
Right, and something on the ground like that. It is so weird. Just going through this picture today. I had a very busy day being back. I got to be off for Thanksgiving, but I had to kind of pay for it today. I'm come back. I'm good. So yeah, we need to give that a little proper treatment, a little more actually UFO lore, but we're not ready for that tonight because I've got some other sad news. I've got a headline here. What is it? Beloved. Oh no, here it is. Beloved California Bigfoot Museum to close. A Bigfoot museum in California is sadly set to close its doors after being it's so beloved twice in this article. A beloved roadside attraction for 2 decades. According to a local media report, the Bigfoot Discovery Museum in the community of Felton was the brainchild of Michael Rugg, who created the cryptozoological collection in 2004. Housed in a small shed on his property, the quirky museum boasts an array of Bigfoot-related materials from plastic acid books to newspaper clippings and Sasquatch movie memorabilia. This is a very cool little roadside, hot little cool place for Bigfoot stuff, and it's closing. But I've got some video. That's the fun part of doing the video stuff. Here is,
I guess, I was just gonna say, I guess he's moving because like your operational costs can't be that high when it's a shed on your property. So
that's what I was thinking. I have more on the actual article, but let's see if they cover it here. Here we go. There's a little story about it.
Deep within the forests of Santa Cruz County, there's an elusive creature that very few people have heard, let alone seen.
So we set up down there and we got our audio recorders. And just as we were setting up,
Rugg.
we heard a scream.
Okay, just in time for Christmas. This is a story about this man, Rugg. We talked about the guy from last episode. What was his big quote? He said,
"We're hollering, Poppy, Poppy."
Now I talked about that guy, Poppy guy. You remember?
Oh, definitely hit it. I'm a veteran. I'm trained to hit the target.
So my main description of him, he was very Santa-like. He was a very Santa-like figure. And this guy, Rugg, look at this. All right, let me get it on him. He's rugged Santa. If there's some kind of weird Santa verse, I think there is a movie about that. But he is the rugged.
There's a painting of himself behind him there.
Reading, he's looking at a book that is about him, and he's looking at a picture of himself in a book about him, and it's his total. I'm not even gonna say the word everyone wants me to, but I'm not going to. But it's actually a pretty accurate thing. He must have garnered this look for a while, or gotten popular in like the last 10 years of his life. That's one of the regrettable parts about that. Like, hey, I got well known when I'm big fat old Santa man, and like, hey, go for it. All right, I'm not trying to pick on you, Rugg. This is when things were going good for the Rugg. This is when the museum was still kicking. So let's see this place. And all right, I know it's very unnecessary that we play the beginning of this where they tell us what Bigfoot is. We know, everyone knows, but
music was great though.
Let's get back
down there, and we got our audio recorders. And just as we were setting up, we heard a scream.
But one of those few people who've both heard and seen it is Michael Rugg.
So I made a noise to get things going, like this. That's my portable wood knock.
Whoa! All right, cool. Look at that. All right, wait, man. I should have made. Look, I would say you don't really catch it early on the screenshot moment. This might be it.
That's my portable wood knock.
No.
Use knock.
I was being very conservative with that. I just got to go back a little more.
That's my portable wood.
No, be quiet, Rug.
Scream.
But one of those few people who've both heard and seen it is Michael Rugg.
So I made a noise to
Seen
get
it.
things going, like this. That's my portable wood knock. We know they use knocks to communicate.
For the better part of his adult.
Okay, what's more trouble? Going. Oh, I can actually do it pretty good. I guess anybody can do that. That's not impressive. Or just hit. I'd rather. I don't want to hit my own face. That now I'm mad I did that.
Isn't he in the woods already though? So can't he find some wood?
You don't need to do this in your house. That's not going to help. Like Bigfoot's not going to hear that. Yeah, you can just hit the tree. Like you can kick it with your boot or something. You don't even need to. That I haven't done that. I know, when you're a kid, you practice every dumb thing. Noise you can make. I've definitely made that noise in my life. Probably haven't made that noise in a very long time, but I don't want to do it again. That's painful to do. If you're listening to the show, don't hit your mouth and do what he did. This thing, it sucks. And Chris, but you have to do it.
I'm not doing it.
Thank you.
And just as we were setting up, we heard a scream.
But one of those few people who've both heard and seen it is Michael Rugg.
So I made a noise to get things going, like this. That's my portable wood knock. We know they use knocks to communicate.
For the better part of his adult life, Michael has been
play.
working to get a recording of the animal. And a few years ago, he got it.
All right.
Right here. Here's the Bigfoot. You catch that?
Uh-huh.
Whoa.
If you didn't catch it, here it is again.
Thank you.
That is Bigfoot, according to Michael, and he's even captured video.
There's a
all right, you're right about the music.
Behind the tree.
Since 1952,
Peeking.
Michael's been collecting
my
Bigfoot
picture,
evidence and memorabilia from all over the world. And he displays it right here at the Bigfoot Discovery Museum in Felton, California.
And there's a full track. Another full track.
I gotta give a little. I'm gonna diss this article here. They said it's like in a little shack, like a shanty. This is cool. It looks like a little convenience store almost, right? It's a standalone building.
Yeah,
but it looks like a 7-Eleven that was converted into Bigfoot museum.
Yeah,
like that's actually a great idea.
Yeah. It's better than a
it's
shed.
like a Circle K.
Sure.
It's definitely not a shed. And it's a good idea if you find some kind of closed little convenience store. This is a very easy place to set up a local. There's no Gaurau Museum. I don't know. There's a bunch of cryptids that are ignored, or you can just have your own local version of one. Now I'm giving myself ideas. All right.
This is a.
Would you do a Whooper gas station museum? Come on, Chris. Yeah.
I don't know if there's enough. I don't know. Like, I don't know if you could fill it with enough quasi genuine artifacts. Like Bigfoot's pretty ripe for stuff. Like, you can get yourself some yak fur and some false tracks, castings,
or
and
real
those
casings and tracks, and you can put. There's like every frame of Patterson Gilman you can put anywhere you want, and that's a great little display head there. Though I'd go. I mean, look, this isn't a place if you live there you're gonna go there all the time, but if you're in a drive-through spot, this is pure Americana, the roadside Bigfoot Museum. I'll let it keep playing. I know I keep pausing that. Apologies.
Another copy of the heel print.
Formerly a graphic designer, Michael left Silicon Valley shortly after the dot-com bust in 2001 and moved into his father's workshop just off Highway 9.
And decided, I'm not going to be an art studio there. I'm going to be the Bigfoot guy.
Michael became more than just a Bigfoot guy. He became a dedicated researcher and historian.
It starts with the Yeti in the Himalayas with their footprints. In 1952,
it's getting Christmas themed. He has all these Yeti things, but he's got Bumble from Rudolph, which of course is a great Yeti, but I still go, oh look, Bumble. There you go. Very Christmassy of him.
Yeah, he looks a little bit like Yukon Cornelius too, I guess. He sort of fits in.
I try to pin him in a corner of a Santa man, and he's got Bumble, but you're right, he is a little more Yukon Cornelius. But I think Yukon Cornelius eventually took over the role of Santa once that Santa died.
Right. That's how it works. That's the lore.
We're rolling with that. Let's check on the Yule Goat. No kidding. Here we go.
There's a big spread in Life magazine.
Man must not see. I see through
The Yeti, Bigfoot, Sasquatch.
They had their own Yeti soundboard clip. You heard that? You're like, I see the Yeti. I'm like, how'd you know the one moment of the show of that movie that was so ridiculous? It's a pretty good
I
little
might have to check that movie out. That looks pretty good.
Look, I want to go back and hear that little soundboard clip they got. Check it.
In Life magazine.
Man must not see. I see through Yeti.
The Yeti.
Man must not see two Yeti. I love that. That was cool. I haven't checked out this movie either. I think I've heard of it, but not actually paid enough attention. Very cool. Yeah, Abominable Snowman, 1957.
Bigfoot, Sasquatch.
Peking.
The elusive creature has many names, and over the years, believers have made pilgrimages to the Bigfoot Discovery Museum to swap stories and learn a thing or two.
There's a big misconception that there's only one Bigfoot.
Not every.
Is he behind a glass thing like he's getting robbed? Because it is an old convenience store. Maybe this is in the hood. Look. All right. It looked like maybe not. Maybe it's a display. It looked like he's behind like a bulletproof glass. Like I've seen convenience stores like this in New Orleans.
One Bigfoot.
I think that's
not everyone agrees.
Go on.
I think that's the media archive. They don't let the public just start rifling through his DVD collection. They have to sign that stuff out. You know.
Look at this video. What the hell is this? Even from here, it looks like a guy in a suit, and it's so far away. It's so far away. All right, here you go. It's like, yeah, it was one time.
Bigfoot.
Not everyone agrees with the idea of Bigfoot, and not everyone respects Michael's museum. In November of 2020, someone stole the wooden Bigfoot statue that stood outside the museum's entrance.
You know, if we were doing this a couple years ago, I probably would have actually covered that dumb story. Remember, I've covered a lot of stolen Bigfoot statues. People love stealing Bigfoot statues. Maybe Bigfoot doesn't like his statues. How about that?
Yeah, it's somehow offensive to the Bigfoot culture to make physical representations of them. It seems plausible.
I don't know what this picture is. It's Yukon Cornelius and fucking handsome dad bod over here. All right, let's go move on.
So it got so much
chubby little Bigfoot. What is it? I'm sorry, I keep trying to get to this. He's standing here next to the chubbiest little tiny Bigfoot. This is a little baby Bigfoot, little statue carved out of a log, which he probably did from the ages of 62 to 64. It probably took him a while. He's keeping busy at the Bigfoot Discovery Museum. Look how modern this is, though. Wait, I'm just noticing the sound. Look, he's got a QR code, like a giant one up there. This is not old museum. He is staying with the times.
That's not the website. That's the donate to the GoFundMe. So, you know, you need to have big QR code.
This is towards the end. This is when things were not looking so hot at the museum. You're like, all right, time to donate, guys. I can't run this old shack forever.
Then I guess the people who stole it decided they better get rid of it.
The theft made headlines in several news outlets, and not long after the
see, we would have covered it. We'll have to go back and find the videos of this. It's definitely a bunch of news stories covered.
Statue was stolen.
Actually, I think I might have one of these.
The wooden Bigfoot abandoned alongside a country road.
He got a little damage though.
Yeah, well, they bumped his head here.
Michael says he really isn't trying to go out of his.
Wait, what was that?
A guy took that home, and his wife said, "You're not keeping that here." So he put it back on the side of the road. That's what happened. You know,
man.
You're not putting that in the basement. It smells like a forest. No thanks.
It smells like what's his name? Ruff. This guy Ruff. Is that his name? That was his name, right? Michael Rugg. Apologies, the Rugster. Yeah.
Way to change
the old
minds
Rugg.
Of skeptics. Most people who come into his museum are already believers.
He's showing him the Bigfoot book. That's all it says.
And support Michael's research. In fact, at the height of the pandemic, Michael announced that he was closing for good due to lack of revenue. But thanks to Bigfoot believers from around the world, they were able to raise enough money for him to reopen.
Feels great.
He's back,
There's
baby.
nothing better than have other people acknowledge what you're doing by giving up some of their hard cash.
From the Bigfoot Discovery Museum in Felton, I'm John Bartell. Hope to see you on the back road.
Yeah, that was its coverage on the back road there. But unfortunately, as the story goes on, a popular destination for fans of high strangeness, the site will soon be no more, as Rugg recently decided to put the land up for sale, having weathered the pandemic thanks to crowdfunding effort. Rugg indicated that he decided to move on from the museum due to the property's high mortgage and ongoing health issues. Now, I'm assuming this is his ongoing health issues and not the building's, it's worded strangely. Reflecting on shutting down the site after 20 years, he mournfully mused that it's a real bummer. It's going to be a shock to suddenly have to go somewhere else. As for what will become of his collection, Rugg expressed hope that fellow Bigfoot Museum curator Cliff Barackman, we all know the Cliff Barackman from Finding Bigfoot, might take it off his hands, though as of now, the fate of the materials is uncertain. Fortunately, for those who may wish to visit Rugg's museum before it's gone for good, there remains a brief window of opportunity as he intends to keep the site open on its 4-day schedule of Monday to Friday until someone purchases the property. He says, when the sale happens, that's when I'll close. And I've got another little video of this museum. It's kind of a bummer. It's so far away in California. I will never get to this place if it is really closing that soon, but we can kind of relish in its current existence. And let's watch. I have one more video of this museum. Let's check it out.
Come here from all over the world, and they want to get the Bigfoot thing off their back, the monkey off their back.
This is when
they want to tell somebody about it who will believe them. So we had hoped that this would become a center for paranormal research that, at least for the time being, would be specifically geared into Bigfoot. And then when we found out the locals are still seeing them here, more the better.
My name is Ralph Jack. I am the lead investigator for the Bigfoot Museum. When somebody comes into the museum with a sighting, I take the report and take a team out and do an investigation.
What's cool about this museum, we actually have dedicated Bigfoot folk around.
My name is Tony Martin, and as of recent last few years, I've helped out inside as a docent part-time, and then continuing my field work in the field here in the San Lorenzo Valley and Santa Cruz Mountains.
When I had my
I don't have the beard for the Bigfoot game. I think that's what we're learning in this, especially in California. Man, this is a cool little bit. You know a lot. Bigfoot is huge in California, and to see the guys actually on the ground, the side characters. These aren't guys on TV. These are the guys who these are the believers, man. They got their little base. Like, all right, you got a little Bigfoot museum. We live in a place where he might be. We're gonna go look for him. And these are the actual field guys. I like these guys.
Yeah, it's crazy that they have dedicated investigators. I wonder what the caseload is like. How many hot leads come into the museum? I'm curious.
Every lead is a hot one when you're a Bigfoot. I mean, you'll look for whatever. You might look
Ghosts,
for
ghouls, werewolves, witches, vampires, creatures of the night, whatever.
If you're in California, anything goes out there. Sorry.
Right.
Sorry. Let's see some more of these.
heart attack a few years back, and when I survived it, the only thing I could do.
That is straight up Santa. He looked shittier in the other one. He looked like disheveled Santa. I would let Alice sit on his lap and take a picture, even with that mining cap on. That would be fine with me. I might wake her up right now and tell her Santa's on TV.
It's pretty tough to film a guy with a headlamp on his head. Like, it messes with the exposure, that's why you have that glowing beard and you can't see much else, but it's a good look.
Oh God, you're killing me. Here we go.
Was to just consider that maybe that there was a reason I survived it. And so I'm hoping that I can take this extra time I now have and get this job done.
Yes.
One of my friends, he's like, you did.
Every cryptid show got to have the walk. Oh, I screwed it up. I was trying to pause it. I was going to say every cryptid show has the drive along, and here it is.
One of my friends, he's like, you didn't tell me that your grandpa was a rock star. I'm like, well, he's not a rock star, but he's a star.
And she's right. Look, you should be proud. That was my grandpa, man. I'm pretty proud of my own grandpa, whatever, but he was not into cryptids and stuff. I would be super proud. Look at that. He's got like some kind of a blimp idea going here. Oh, that's a camera. Never mind. Sorry. It looked like
There's
like
a painting
binocular.
Look at that painting. It's not a Bigfoot. That's like a demon alien or something.
Yeah, I know. I kind of wish I could zoom into that. He's got the tiny little frown going back there. It looks like a Morlock or something, but he's got a patty, a very sexy patty. Look at that. That's like, if you're looking right under his elbow, there is a Patterson Gilman image, but I'm looking at the one I have behind me. That one, it's like really like, it's like a pinup girl version right there. Pretty hot
I guess
stuff.
it's a skull. I guess it's a skull. I don't know if we have a good idea of the skull proportions of Bigfoot, but that looks like a gorilla skull or something.
It could be a vase. I don't know what that is. Yeah, it's very weird, but it's got to be some kind of monster. This is a monster thing.
We love it around here. I mean, I've seen tour groups going out almost.
They sell cigarettes at the museum. Is this the museum? Oh no, it's just in town. All right, for a second, sorry. Sorry, there's a bunch of 5 Hour Energy and cigarettes. I know this place very well. I really thought this was one of his museum merchants. I'm like, why is this place closing? It looked like a convenience store. Is it a convenience store? All right, sorry.
Yeah, there's definitely a look for the local Bigfoot enjoyers. You know, they feel like they all attend the same pub every Friday night. You know, that there's just a vibe.
Yeah, and maybe we gotta kind of check in on each other when an unbeliever gets a little bearded and long haired, he might be going too far into the Bigfoot, and we gotta like kind of check on him. But be careful, you might get sucked in yourself, as this whole town has gotten into the same hairstyle, facial hair kind of trend.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
a degree away. Yeah, that's true.
I was about to say, you give Porteous a month in Benton. You're here, you're working. You've got a camera, and you're standing next to Mike Rugg
every day this summer alone, just to go see if they could just come across a piece of fur, or just to touch that magic of, is he really here or not?
That's a belief.
Another guy, different guy.
A life is built on belief.
You were my harbor light, and I know now in your night you see still water.
All right, Bigfoot Discovery Museum. I guess we hardly knew ye, but we know that this town must have some kind of suspender shop. Oh, look at this weird image I could do. Look, I can put myself in the little TV, and now I've got correspondent Chris Porteous over here. So I like this guy. I feel real bad that this museum is gone. That kind of sucks. But we'll keep an eye. That stuff's going somewhere. He said Cliff Barackman would take all his excess stuff, so
yeah,
he's gonna be fine. I'm talking Rug down. You're gonna be fine.
Yeah, he said he hopes it goes to one of the other Bigfoot museums in California, of one of many. Yeah,
one of the 24 Bigfoot, the standing Bigfoot side road attraction museums. Yeah. They're all out there.
But so there we go. As time goes on, like the more Bigfoot material I see, the better the Patterson footage looks all the time. You know what I mean? Like some of that guy's videos were pretty whack. The Patterson footage is still better than that. It's from the 60s. I don't know, man. It's almost like that might have been the last one, you know?
It's like all we got was that real,
Yeah.
And people have made so much effort to get back there. And the clothes he had, I immediately was like, that looks like a shitty costume. And that was so far away. So that's a Bigfoot museum news, and Mothman museum news. The two big cryptids had museum news in the same week. This doesn't happen very often. Let's get off of that because it is Black Friday, which means Christmas is coming very soon. And I have a headline to start this season. Here we go. Destruction of beloved Ebenezer Scrooge gravestone infuriates British town. A Grinch in England got an early start to their holiday season by smashing an Ebenezer Scrooge gravestone that had been something of a beloved community fixture after it was featured in a Christmas Carol movie adaptation 40 years ago. The vandalism reportedly occurred over the weekend in the town of Shrewsbury, where the 1984 George C. Scott film was shot. A fond reminder of the community's moment of movie magic, the prop providing a glimpse into Scrooge's future remained at a graveyard after the movie was released, becoming a popular tourist destination during the holiday season. However, a dark cloud has been cast over Christmas in Shrewsbury this year, thanks to the coal-worthy creep who smashed the gravestone to pieces just last Saturday. I've got some video news of this. Now, let's prep ourselves. So this is Ebenezer Scrooge's grave from the 1984 TV movie that is still in a graveyard, and people love this fake grave Ebenezer Scrooge grave plot.
Prop is what you're looking for.
Prop.
But yeah.
I want to say plot. Yeah, it's a plot prop.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's just people got no regard, but it was a 1984 TV movie, so maybe an uneducated teenager just saw it and thought, "Hey, that Scrooge guy was a real jerk."
I've heard
I'm not
about
even
this.
sure.
Exactly. So I thought about that too. Let's play. I have a lot of thoughts on someone going and smashing Ebenezer Scrooge's fictional grave, but the news is not happy. Here we go.
In Shrewsbury are investigating after vandals destroyed the iconic gravestone of Ebenezer Scrooge, a popular tourist attraction for nearly 40 years. The stone, which was used as a prop in the 1984 film A Christmas Carol, was found smashed to pieces at St. Chad's Church over the weekend, leaving locals devastated, reports SWNS. Helen Ball, Shrewsbury Town Council's clerk, expressed her shock, saying, "It's part of our modern history, and it's a burial ground. How disrespectful." The gravestone seen in the film when Scrooge encounters the ghost of Christmas yet to come has been a beloved part of the town's Christmas tradition. West Mercia police are appealing for witnesses to come forward, urging anyone with information about the vandalism to contact them. The stone may yet be repaired, as local stonemasons have already stepped forward to help restore the historical landmark.
So that's kind of a Christmas miracle. And I want to bring up, all right, so a vandal goes and destroys the grave of Ebenezer Scrooge. And I want to point this out. At the end of A Christmas Carol, Scrooge is a good guy. Scrooge became good. Like, the Scrooge was not a bad guy. By the time he was actually dead, he was a good guy. He was nice at the end, right? Didn't he give the guy off work and he gave him a ham and whatever money? And, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm an old dickhead. Oh, I fucked up Christmas and I'm the worst. And he taught us all, hey, you can be a dickhead whenever you want, but at Christmas, you be nice. And that's what we all do because of Scrooge. And man, he died good. He redeemed himself. He's like Vader.
Yeah, it's funny you bring it back to Star Wars, Russ. I saw a post the other day showing that somebody just went and painted Obi-Wan's house in Tunisia, and it's like, can't Gus Lopez just helicopter the cantina, Obi-Wan's house, and Luke's house, just helicopter them right out of Tunisia, because people are painting stupid stuff on them. Some guy painted a pixel art of Han and Greedo on the side of the cantina. Like, could you not? Like we know what it is.
Yeah, but we just have to stick with it, like the fact that honestly, if it was anywhere else, it'd probably be way worse. That's all I'll have to say about that.
Yeah,
it could be way worse. At least it's in the furthest fuck you can get anywhere. It's like it's gonna happen somewhere. At least it's as far away from anything you can get. So I got a little more on the Scrooge thing. It says, quote, "It's one of those things that's very dear to everyone's hearts," mused local official Helen Ball, bringing it back to balls in the UK. Reminiscing that a lot of us go on a Christmas pilgrimage to see it. Whenever we have any friends or family who come stay, we always make a point of taking them to it. So this is kind of their big deal. And I did find this iconic scene. I know everyone's seen A Christmas Carol, a billion versions of it. I didn't even know about this, but here's the actual scene where you see this gravestone that's been, atrocitized. Oh shit!
Hear me, I am not the man I was. I will not be the man I must have been but for this visitation. Why show me this if I am past all hope? Wow. Good Spirit.
Yikes.
Your nature intercedes for me and pities me. Say that I may change these things by an altered life. I will honor Christmas in my heart and try to keep it all the year. I will live in the past, present, and the future. The spirits of all three shall...
This is when he changed. He's a good guy after this. But because he saw that grave, you don't destroy that. That's a touchstone thing.
And you had that big old bold text because they knew it was going on standard def TV. You know, that big low, the super legible Ebenezer Scrooge.
And you saw that this video, I pulled this from YouTube. It's a screen recording of someone's phone. That's not my phone. I didn't do that. I've done that before. I found this on YouTube. It's a screen recorded from someone's phone. I didn't even bother cutting out the beginning where you could see that. So, okay, great job. But hey, you did your job. You got us this iconic scene that we all like, oh yeah, I guess it happened. It's Christmas.
Strive within me. I will not shut out the lessons that they teach. Tell me.
He's going for it.
Tell me that I may sponge away the writing.
You know, it's just on TV, right? Settle down.
Is that skeleton hand?
Damn. This is when the Ghost of Christmas Past, and I guess this one's okay. It's been kind of better. Like the Scrooged one, I like a lot better. It's creepier than this. You know, Scrooge kind of screwed all Scrooges. I don't know if that makes sense in a way, but Scrooge definitely screwed Christmas Carol. Watch Scrooge again. It's a pretty good movie. Like, I'd rather see Bill Murray going through this than fucking George C. Scott. Like, I don't care any day. Right?
What day is it?
I'm alive.
I'm alive.
I mean, look at this guy. How much has he got left?
I will
10 years
keep my
tops. It's all good.
I will live in the past, present, and the future. The spirits of all three will strive within me. Oh, heaven and Christmas time be praised for this. I say this on my knees, Jacob.
Okay, go. I want to stop this. Go on.
On my knees.
Such monologue.
Cut. Enough. Oh, wow. So much effort for Scrooge. But yeah, really going for it. That's from what, 1984 is when people really they're like, Christmas Carol, everyone's going to watch this. You try to put that up now, nobody would give two shits. You try to make a Christmas Carol and I'll be like, it's been done like a billion times. George C. Scott cried on a broken grave.
I'm trying to remember, like, maybe there was like a CGI one with like Jim Carrey or something. Was that a thing? That might be like the last one.
Of course, there probably is. And so, look, I need to see what's really going on with this fake Scrooge grave that his whole town is in love with. I thought Scrooge was nice at the end. Scrooge is not a bad guy. So I have a couple of videos of people going there. One is like a weird, regular touristy kind of professionally made YouTube video about going there. I don't care about that one. I actually have it, but I want to watch this guy instead. This guy is more my speed. Watch.
Good afternoon again. We're in a
That's George C. Scott, man.
Shrewsbury.
There's a ghost behind him walking around.
Birthplace of Charles Darwin, but there's something else.
I thought he was gonna say this is the birthplace of Scrooge. Like he just started making stuff up. Like, this is
say Charles Darwin.
Yes, that is the other claim to fame of I guess this is Shrewsbury. This is
How dare they
Shrewsbury?
even talk about that movie if Charles Darwin was born there? That's way better. What are these guys talking about?
He probably has a whole series on Darwin. It shows where Darwin went to took a piss one time. Like he's got tons of stuff about Darwin, I'm sure. But he's like, fuck it. I got my phone. I'm going to Scrooge's grave. The fake Scrooge. It looks broken already. Hold on. Look, they're like vandals fucked it up. It's like vandals might have just moved it. It's already fucked up. Like it's broken in half and it's normal. This video is old.
Yeah.
The vandalism happened last weekend. So this is all right. Whatever. Let's see. Yeah, this is a son of George C. Scott with of Bigfoot walking behind him. All right, here we go.
Yeah, there's something else. There's quite an historic city here, Shrewsbury, and I just thought I'd show you this. This is a
okay.
If anyone remembers, there was a film on television. I think it was made for television.
Right.
There was.
Could have looked it up before you started vlogging, my guy.
Scott, that's right.
Yeah. George C. It took him that long. I was like, we spit it out, man. We all know George C. Scott. The only reason is he was the only person in frame at this place in this movie. He's the only. No one knows anyone else that's in that movie.
And Susanna York featured
this
film from 1984, and during the film.
Oh, we're hitting another weird anniversary. So this is the 40th anniversary of Scrooge when this happened. Oh, that's the thing. That's part of the story. I forgot the 40th anniversary of the movie is coming up, and they were so excited for Christmas and the 40th anniversary of the movie in the grave, and someone fucked it up and broke it.
And they recreated the grave of Ebenezer Scrooge, which is this here, and it's been left here.
Hey, there he is.
Get out of my shot. That's the guy who walked in the background before, and he knew the guy was filming. He's like, I'm getting into Scrooge, man. That's a young Scrooge. He was still an asshole.
He was just walking the other way, and then he turns the opposite direction to come closer. He's just photobombing.
As close as he could. He knew that. I bet this guy maybe tried one take before, and this is the best shot he got. And
to see, and it's been here ever since the film was made, 1984. What is interesting is when this was being filmed, I just lived down the road near Wem.
That's not interesting.
I heard about the filming, and I wasn't all that interested at the time.
Okay, but
but
I ended up as an extra. Is if this doesn't go anywhere, we're done with him.
We see a lot of films about Ebenezer Scrooge on British television around this time.
And he played Tiny Tim.
Yeah, I've played everything from Tiny Tim to who was the guy who worked for Scrooge?
Tiny Tim's dad.
In Tiny Tim's dad, and yes, and Scrooge himself. Eventually, working my way up to Scrooge himself, and
the film. But anyway, I never actually saw the film.
All right, I'm actually going to cut him off there. Why the fuck are you? If you lived in the town that is known for Scrooge's grave, and there's a famous movie about Scrooge's grave, which is the grave in your town, you're going to go film that. Never actually seen this. I've heard about it, and it's in my town. Okay,
but
obviously
it did used to be impossible to find made-for-TV movies. Like you go back like 15 years, like you could know it exists, you're never finding it. Like, now you can find anything now, but that wasn't always the case. He might have looked for it 15 years ago, tried really hard, came up with nothing. So he thought it was impossible.
I don't know what's going on. And for Christmas related news, sorry, I'll get out of this for people watching the video. For Christmas related news, I thought this was very striking. The fact that the Galway goat is back. This is back. I actually have another one. I'm not even gonna, I'll save it. There is news with Mr. Bingle. If I'm in the mood for it later, I will get into it. But I have one more news segment, I swear, and we'll take a quick break. But this headline was too much for me. I had to get into it. Here we go. Headline: Ouija board lesson spells trouble for Michigan elementary school teacher. Headline says a lot. Ouija boards, teachers, substitute teachers, by the way. What could this be?
Said she wanted to get up during the video, but she was afraid to leave the classroom.
A lesson involving a Ouija board in a Flint elementary school has a substitute teacher out of a job. According to Flint Community Schools, the second grade teacher showed a video to her students involving the board that some use as a tool to connect with spirits. Our Alyssa Irwin spoke with a Flint mother who said her daughter is still struggling to sleep, and the incident has sparked outrage among the parents.
According to a parent of a second grade student in that classroom, the incident happened on Tuesday here at Freeman Elementary.
My daughter, she came home.
No offense, that's one of the most stilted readings of a street thing I've ever heard. Have you ever worked for news stations doing camera work or anything, Chris?
I have not, but it's getting really tough for those guys. Like a lot of them, the reporters actually have to film themselves now, like because of your budget cuts and all that, at least around here. So they're setting up tripods and then getting in front of it and then doing their own audio and everything. So it's hard times for a lot of local stations.
Local news
down here,
man. And I didn't really talk too much about it, but it was very strange. Not this summer, but the summer before of 2023. We had won a contest where the news came live from our backyard for a barbecue, and they had to do 3 segments during the live news from my driveway. I have video of it. I've never shared it. It is so weird. It is me in a grass skirt with a tiki set up for barbecue. And
wow.
It's very strange. I said some very weird shit on there.
I think
I have it.
I think the Patreon supporters at least deserve to see that. Like,
they will
maybe.
get it. I've been wanting to break it down for so long, but I need a little window of cringe for me to get away from it, to be able to look back and laugh. And it was pretty fucked up. All right, that's a little teaser for something to come, but let's get into this news story, which is about a Ouija board scaring a kid.
Elementary. My daughter, she came home, she informed me that her teacher showed the class a video of a Ouija board, and she gave them a lesson on the Ouija board, and that she'd promised to bring the Ouija board in the following day.
Billy DeVille Mitchell said she was shocked. Her daughter is only 9 years old. Often associated with spiritualism and the supernatural, Ouija boards are used to send and receive messages from beyond.
She's not been able to sleep at night, and the same for me, knowing that she's still having, reaction to whatever she learned in the classroom.
A letter sent to...
This sounds like such... I'm sorry. If the mom is up all night, are you just like holding each other? You can't believe that a teacher did this. I get kids being scared. I get it. But eventually you do go to sleep. She looks very well rested, put together. I don't know.
She knew the news was coming by, so she put on her Sunday best. But it's one of those things where it's like, I could see a real fundamentalist Christian person, for example, being like kind of freaked out by their kids being shown Ouija boards in the middle of class.
It's very stupid to do. It's very, very stupid to do. Yeah, let's play it.
The Freeman Elementary family shared with ABC 12 from Flint Community Schools reads in part, "Please be assured that Flint Community Schools does not condone this type of discussion in any grade, and it is not part of the curriculum for second grade or any grade within the district.
You're kidding.
We have taken immediate action to address the situation with the substitute teacher involved, and appropriate steps have been taken to ensure this does not happen again."
And spoilers, the teacher was fired, of course, for being a substitute. Maybe it's one of those things you just go for it. Like, you're like, I'm a substitute. This is just a side gig for me. Let's fucking do a Ouija board. It must have been over Halloween. They don't even mention that. It was probably like, yeah, it's a cool thing. I got it at Toys R Us. It's a very cool toy. It's a Halloween toy. They sell it at Spirit. Everything at Spirit Halloween is Ouija board related. I have an Altoids tin that is a Ouija board. Everything, there's a costume. You can dress as a fucking Ouija board. They should not be that upset about it, right?
Yeah. I feel like, I didn't actually think they would get fired for doing it, especially if it was around Halloween. Like, if I was in that situation, I'd be showing the kids like, did you all see what the aliens at Manchester Airport last week? And then I'd get fired.
You'd be talking about giant blue balls, and that's why this is Unbeliever News.
We do the news, we make it entertaining.
All right, so wow, I didn't expect the news segment to go almost an hour. We're going to take a quick break. I'm just going to put a screen up. We will be back in a few. I'm going to put a song on. Let me get an image up. I'm going to take us off. What do we want to look at here? There we go. We'll have him up here. We will be back in a couple of minutes, and I'm going to play a song from Ty Segall, because he played the first one, but here we go. We'll play some Green Belly. We will be back in a couple of minutes. Be sure to play it so I'm not sounding like stupid. Here we go. We'll be right back. Unbelievers Podcast live stream. Oh, wait. No. All right. I know what I did because I had to turn the song down earlier. All right. We will be right back in a couple minutes. Here we go. This is Ty Segall, Green Belly. Be right back.
That's
What is up? Hello. Ooh, sorry to off on the news for so long. I know there's so much to it. If I could get through that. All right, here we are, chilling on a Friday night. What is up, everybody? Man, I've had so much fun doing the show, and I want to give a shout out to everyone that does poll results. That is a big deal for the end of the show. Please go answer the most recent poll, which is one of my favorite once in a while. How did that gator get in that cave? I know I kind of felt like a bit of a sucker in the last episode, thinking that, yeah, this team found that gator. That's why I need other people around to go, why would that? There's a guy who's an alligator handler. Why wouldn't he just put that gator in that cave? Yeah, maybe he did. Let me know. Go answer that poll result, please, please, please. And yeah, I've got some other things that I want to get into as well. There's a guy, one of our guys I want to check up on. I also have a fun little chill thing. Ooh, all right. I haven't even checked the chat much because this is a live episode. And who is I want to see, what is this guy? I banish you the shadow of Jason Fox. What is up, Jason Fox? I see you chime in the chat. I also see Jason Guidry. They really went and Scrooged it up for everybody else. That's right. The poor Scrooge segment. But I'm gonna check in on one of our guys that we haven't talked about in a while, one of our favorites, and that is, of course, Joshua P. Warren. Joshua P. Warren, original SOS, OG SOS, a guy who I always have to keep tabs on, who has been putting stuff out and I've not been able to keep up with, but he is back. We are going to play one of his videos in a little bit. Let's see here. I know what he is up to, and he actually made something that surprised me, something that I had to kind of stop myself from watching. I started watching going, oh, he's not doing his own thing. He's actually talking about something else. It was kind of interesting, surprising for Joshua P. Warren. He is one of our, we always look at his items as kind of ridiculous. And the reason I kind of brought up poll results earlier is someone brought up the Zapper clip. It's a very old clip. I don't know if I have it on here. Hopefully I do. I have to find it on my phone, but it was the old thing talking about zappers where you're talking about why would you put it on your face. That got me thinking. I was like, man, I have not looked into those guys in a long time, and I actually have something about the zap. If anyone's been around long enough with Unbelievable and Unbelievers Pods, remember Don and what was her name? Don and Carol Kraft of the Organite people, who had a thing called zappers, and they would, there's the question of why would you put it on your face, the old zappers thing. Well, the guy Don died a long, long time ago. Poor Don Kraft died, and there was a woman out there who channeled Don Kraft, the guy who made zappers and cared about Organite. Let's check out this lady. We'll check it out. You and I watch this. Check this out. What's up like this?
All right, welcome to another Spirit Chat. I haven't done one of these in a while, and I was getting the feeling that Don and Carol Croft wanted to chat today. I've been seeing a lot of Organite stuff. I used to make a lot of Organite and sell it. These guys they helped make the Organite movement. They are the boss, the queen and king of it. I love them so much. Carol was a psychic. Don was just fascinating.
Carol was a psychic. Don, he was just fascinating. One of my favorite terms. Well, this is Don and Carol Kraft. You guys remember these guys? Hopefully you do. If not, you got to look into them. They were the OG Organite pyramid guys who made zappers and all kind of weird stuff. But there's a lady here who channeled them. Chris, I'm gonna ask you, do you remember? Do you even know who Don and Carol Kraft are?
I might be familiar with them in a audio form only. I've never seen these photos.
The only clip we have that we still use is the zappers. Why would you put it on your face thing? These are the guys who came up with the Organite and everything, but he's been dead since 2018. Poor Don Croft. But this lady channels him, and she channels him in a kind of a technology. We know we mustn't get too technologed, but this lady does to channel Don Croft.
You know, you just research them and you'll figure it all out. But let's see if we can connect with them today. Allowing the Hope Spirit box to use the microphone. We are using
Great
Josh's
hair.
original HSB one on the phone. Oh, I am so.
Wait, who's Josh? Who's this guy? The Hope Spirit Box. Now, we never have ads and we never will, but I guess this lady's just. I know what spirit boxes are, but they're not your phone. So
he also doesn't look like Hope. He looks like impending doom.
He does. He's
contrasty.
He's doing praying hands, but he's praying for you to die.
I really hope we get a connection.
Hope.
Hi, I'm looking for Don and Carol Croft. Look.
Okay.
I bought this from you, Carol, before you passed. Wonderful. Nice to see you too. Wow. I'm so excited to talk to you guys today. You know, I've been thinking about making Organite again. You guys were the reason that I started making my own, you know. I have your pendant, the dolphin one.
She's got the dolphin pendant. She's a fangirl, but they're gone. That money is spent. They're dead. They're long gone in this realm. They don't care about that.
Yeah.
But I guess she feels like she's got a pretty open conversation with them through the Wish Machine app, Wishbox app.
She's lucky her full-time job is not an elementary school teacher, because you're fired for playing around with this devil contacting from the grave type stuff. It's not good.
Right. I think this should be classified as the same as Ouija boards, right? When you're getting in all these crystals and pendants and all that. Like, we need cool teachers. Like, she should be able to be an art teacher. Just don't bring that stuff to class. The art teachers all doing that anyway. Art teachers, English teachers, mostly.
They're all witches. Yeah.
Some science teachers, maybe. I had a few female science teachers, and they could have gone either way. Hello,
Carol. And it led me to make my own butterfly ones that glow in the dark, all sorts of
that's
things.
lame. Yeah, you guys made cool ones. Like, I made a butterfly. All right, pretty inventive.
What are you guys doing? I'm so excited. Oh, there's Dawn. Hi, Dawn. Nice to see you. Nice to hear from you.
Whoa. I'll share him. What are you talking? So, if you're just listening to the audio, the thing she played just now, she's talking to Don's wife, and Don's wife just told her, I'll share him. I know the alternative lifestyle of being a spiritualist hippie is its own thing already, but this
she
actually
subtitle that?
Yeah, she did. Watch
from you.
Oh.
Turn on the T.
Do you have any recommendations for how to make our Organite better here on Earth?
You miss me?
Yes, I do miss you. Hey, Dawn, nice to hear from you.
I miss you.
Miss you more than.
Oh.
Wow. Okay. This is I don't know if this is a weird couples therapy she's getting into here with Don and Carol.
I miss you guys too. We're just happy to be able to hear you from the other side. So exciting. So any recommendations for where?
All right. So this goes on. It actually becomes a commercial, but there it is. That is a little update I was doing on Don and Carol Croft. And zappers are still interesting to me. I don't know why the zappers somehow I was all brought back to this. Just a guy asking for the clip about zappers touching your face. And I did find I wanted to know a little more. I kind of forgotten about zappers. Let's check out this weird video. It's this from like 12 years ago of a guy trying to demonstrate how one of these zappers worked. Do you know what a zapper is, Chris?
I'm guessing it's the device she's using to generate speech, which seemed too good.
Nope. No? This is a device where you stick a little battery in it, and it's supposed to get rid of toxins and things inside of your body and heal everything. Right. It's a little battery box.
Yeah, there's a whole category of those snake oil products that are supposed to detoxify you. Like some, you stick your feet in it and the water turns brown, and they're like, look at all the magic toxins coming out of your feet. it remains to be scientifically substantiated that toxins can soak out of your feet.
And this is one of those. This is toxins and everything else coming out of your body through these. And you can find, I actually looked up because they're long dead. They were selling these zappers. You can find these zappers on Etsy, and they've kind of upgraded. Like, you can find different versions, almost like wishing machine level zappers are out there now. I kind of want a zapper just to mess around. This is an older version. This is an OG zapper. And here's a fucking really weird guy with a very obscure video about how to use zappers. Oh, hello. Welcome to the show.
How to use the Terminator zapper.
Okay, this is called the Terminator zapper. So this is probably a very elite version of a zapper. The Terminator zapper. And this guy from the Philippines, I think, talking about it.
For example, I want you to zap on your neck.
Okay.
Okay.
Don't do it.
You are nice enough to, kind of, you pull off when there's animal incursion. There's dogs barking like crazy in this video. I wanted to show, this is not Chris. This is this guy. He'll just do a zapper video. This is YouTube, a simpler time. This is 2012, probably. All right, here we go.
Turn it on. You see the light flashing. Put it here.
And he's zapping his neck. It's beeping.
Imagine if he just died as soon as it made contact.
So, all right. So he's like, I feel a little something. Let's move on.
Keep it this way.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So he's holding zapper his neck. He's like, all right, good.
You can also.
I guess when the green light holds tight as long as it can, you're good. You've zapped your area enough. It's not blinking anymore.
I'm guessing all it's doing is you're putting like a AA in there, and it's like basically extending the contacts so that you like are mildly shocking yourself with the housing, something like that.
You are not giving him enough credit. No, this is not 2 AA's. This is a straight up 9-volt battery, because this guy also has a video where he teaches you how to change the battery in a very simple device that all it does is hold a 9-volt battery, which he does in this. So
put it here.
Okay. Okay, it hurts there. Nope, that was quick.
Or here.
Basically, if you have a body anywhere there's the surface area, you can actually put the zapper on there, which is the question of why would you put this on your face? Now I have to actually, I'll have to find it, because now that I'm getting into the unexpected Don and Carol Craft thing, here we go. Where else can you put
when
this
you're
guy?
Sleeping, you can put it here and then put a sock inside, or you can put it here.
Okay, so he's talking about, oh God, I gotta take I don't like feet. So guys, put it on the bottom of his foot, and he's saying you can put a sock on your foot all night long. You can either stick it on your arm and put a shirt on, or put it on the bottom of your foot and put a sock on. And I gotta find the why would you put it? Oh, here we go. Let's see, please. I'm really hoping you hear this. I just have one question about this zapper. It's
And just to clarify, Dave, about why you'd want to put it on your face.
Exactly. And that was, I believe, David Avocado was the guy who was promoting the zappers at the time. All right, let's get through this guy.
That's still though. He was so happy.
He is. That's got to feel good.
Sleep with the zapper turned on here, because it might burn your skin. But it will not burn your skin if you sleep with the zapper here.
So what are you gonna do? Put a big gardening glove on your hand and sleep with the giant battery thing? I could not sleep like that at all. Imagine rubbing your face and smack yourself with this stupid thing.
Yeah,
if you're getting zapped all night, how can you go to sleep getting zapped? I could getting zapped feels good. I don't want it all night long. It's not.
Yeah, he basically, what he means is it won't burn your hands as long as you don't work in an office. If you work in an office, you should not leave it on your hand all night, because you got soft hands and it's going to burn you.
Who'd have thought, people? Zappers are back. Leading into what we go to next. You distracted me. I came back and I was like, I want to talk about zappers all of a sudden.
Or with the zapper here.
Again, with the foot. He's stuck on his foot again. We know. This zapper is nasty. That's what makes me scared to actually buy a zapper, because you need a new one. You definitely don't want these. these things are zapping every part of someone's body. And if you get one, you might, there's no way it's ever going to be sanitary enough to ever want to touch you.
I could see those being popular overseas, you know, like there's a lot of quote unquote traditional medicine that has about as much scientific basis as the zapper. So maybe it's popular overseas somewhere in a country that has lots of factories that might still be making them.
Yeah, exactly. I'm saying the country that makes these are probably like, people are buying these. We need to check them out. We'll take a couple home.
You need to wear this device while it's turned on 24 hours a day. Okay? I suggest you change the battery every few days.
That sounds like a lot of work, actually. There are a few things in my life that I'm changing the battery for every few days. He's like, this thing has to stay on 24/7. It's just a battery drainer. If you're not using it, it still needs to be on. Why? It's a little homemade magic device, like a pee-pee Warren item. But this is an OG. You notice he did not put it on his face.
Yeah, well, unlike those magnet,
put it on your face.
unlike those magnet bracelets, you know, this is at least actively zapping you. Like, you can't say it's not doing anything. Whether there's any value to the zap, I'm skeptical. But you are technically electrocuting yourself, which is more than
mildly
like a wishing object. Yeah.
A mild electrocution is all you need to clear all your toxins out. Honestly, Santa or Michael Rugg, whoever the real Santa is out there, this is a great stocking stuffer. Put a little zapper in there. I'll mess around with it. Let's get this guy finish out.
Every 2 days, change the batteries. Okay?
Okay.
Turn it off.
And I'll turn you off. And that's it. He does have another video. There's a very weird little small YouTube channel this guy was doing this on, where he does show you how to change a 9-volt battery. We all know how to do that. We've all had guitar pedals and stuff. We figured it out. We kind of know how that goes. But I've got one main thing for us to do, and that is an update on our boy. I kind of mentioned it, Joshua P. Warren. He's in a new video that I watched the beginning of it, and I don't think it sucks because he's talking about a weird device much like this, but it's not one of his. He's actually championing something else. Something called, you're going to like this, Chris, a time camera.
Wow.
This is an example of the legend of the radionics or psionics time camera.
Okay, now, if you're listening to the audio, he is white gloving this event. He has some weird 1990 discount catalog zine, New Age Alternatives, 1990, and he's wearing his floppy white gloves to handle this object. And we are going to learn about time cameras from this.
This is a publication that came out, as you can see, in 1990, and it says right here.
We need this book. We have to track this down, actually, if it's that cool. But look at this. Here we go.
Magic in a black box. A mysterious-looking device occupied the center of the big research lab just outside of Oxford, England. George Delaware, head of the huge laboratory. Adjustments to some of the dials that cover the apparatus. With a final nod of approval, Dr. Delaware inserted a piece of ordinary photographic film into an opening in the device, and after a few moments removed a picture of his wife and himself on their wedding day 30 years before. So,
whoa!
Yeah. How did these guys get access to ChatGPT in 1990 to write this gobbledygook? Like, it's just stream of consciousness, like nonsense, like the big lab outside Oxford. And he put film in a hole in a box.
I should know this is one of the most terrible paragraphs I've ever seen someone not only write but try to read. I don't think he should have kind of done a couple of little dry runs reading this paragraph, because he's not helping. He is not helping with this. He's like, look, I got the magazine, I got the gloves, I'll read it on there. It's like, read it before a couple of times.
And and PP needs to realize that the cotton white gloves are meant to be a single use item. They're $2. You get them at the drugstore when you're going to handle your vintage Star Wars figures, and you throw them out after that. That's how it's supposed to work. Those look like they're on like round 5.
You get one for life. That's all you need, as long as.
So that's the idea, that you can somehow insert an undeveloped piece of film into a radionics or psionics box, a wishing machine, and somehow create an image that may be an image from perhaps your mind or the past or the future. So,
okay, so wishing machines can make images with film on them from the past, the future, or your own mind. So you can go AI, you can go your mind, you can do anything. You make any weird thing. All it seems to have done is make a actual picture that probably exists. Maybe it was some old film from his wedding that he was using.
He already preloaded. Yeah, I mean, you know what? When you think of AI image generation, that's kind of a little bit more magical than turning up a photo that the guy already had.
I don't even know where he's going with this. And he's got a Polaroid and a wishing machine in the frame to be like, oh, we're talking about pictures and wishing machines. A little visual aid to help you through this with my white gloves. What is in this hand? Who knows? All right.
So here's how I've been experimenting with this, and I think this is the simplest way to explain it.
Okay.
I got an old-fashioned Polaroid camera. I guess.
Okay, Bob Dylan, calm down.
I got this one off of.
Oh, it's a different one.
Probably off of eBay. It's in good shape.
Okay.
And
take a selfie.
The cool thing about a Polaroid.
I'd pay $10 for that Polaroid selfie. PP was just taking it from himself. Sign it though. 15.
Camera is that a film pack like this one, color 600 film. It has all the chemicals already inside the cartridge, if that's what you call it. By the way, there's the
there's the instructions with the picture of the Polaroid on the cover. It's like, dude, anyone's watching your videos old enough to know what a fucking Polaroid camera is. They sell them now. I bought my wife a Polaroid Mini for whatever, her birthday or Christmas or something last year. We use it. We know, everyone knows how this stuff works.
Right. And not only that, but a 1990 publication is not old enough to bother wearing white gloves anyways. It's, it's whatever.
It is now, though. It is. It's what, 30 years? 34? We're about to be, and I wanted to mention this. Another reason I want a new logo. Next year is 2025. That sounds like the future to me. Like 2024, 2020 kind of sound like the future. It turned out not to be. 2025. That's really futuristic.
Well, let's see. Escape from New York takes place in 1997. So we're well past that. I think Blade Runner's 2029. So that's coming up. That's the real future. Yeah.
Right. Okay. I got to put it off. But in my head, 2025 sounds very futuristic, very cool. And here we go. Oh, wait, sorry. Give me one sec. Thank you, Wench. Thank you, Wench, for the service.
Oh my gosh.
She put one finger up, I think, saying I'm number one. Yes, I'm number one. Thank you, other Chris. And take it away, PP.
Manual for this one. One step autofocus and one step close-up cameras. Here's what you would ordinarily do. And, okay, so.
This is an edited video. He's fumbling around. You know what he's doing. He's like, oh, yeah, I have scissors. I'm supposed to cut open. You can rip that open. You don't need scissors and white gloves to open Polaroid film.
That's just his style, man. Like he doesn't do much editing. He's like seat of his pants kind of guy. We'll see how it goes.
This is a fresh pack of film.
Obviously.
So you cut that thing open.
That's what you call a camera.
This was very common photography for a long time. It's like you just rip the thing open, stick it in. It's a Polaroid.
Yeah, that's new film. That's newly manufactured film.
Right, they still make Polaroid film. You can go to Best Buy and Polaroid yourself out. We have a little Polaroid album here. Fun stuff. It's fun.
And when you cut it open, there is a piece of cardboard on the top.
Yes.
And that shields all the undeveloped film from the light. So
and it shoots out first. We know.
You slide this forward, pull that down.
Hey, I'm going to spoil it. He's going to put it in. The first thing comes out. It's that plastic thing. You had no idea.
As soon as you stick it in there. By the way, there's no battery in the camera.
He's so careful. He's so fucking careful with everything. Cutting a film open with white gloves, and he fucking slams the camera down on the table on accident like a fucking total idiot. Good job. Terrible. Yeah. Great job.
There is a battery in this film pack that powers the flash and everything else that happens. So as soon as you put that in there,
God. Hope you get
and you close it, it spits out that piece of cardboard. So now, what
is this unbelievable to him? Is this is a very new? This is like a week old video. This is brand new. This is not from the 2010s like we thought Lost Monster Files was. This is new content.
you have in
never
here?
had one of these.
That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. Or he did a long time ago, and he kind of wants to like school you on it and everything. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yes, thank you for not the one finger. All right. Distraction over. Here we go.
Is a pack of undeveloped film. And ordinarily, what you would do is just take your camera and, you just push that button and take a picture, and
you don't say.
Your film pops out developed, because when it pops out, it goes through some rollers that releases those chemicals. And so what you end up with
turn
is
this
a picture.
knob with one hand as you stroke the stick plate with the other. And when you feel that stick, you leave that knob in the position it was in.
Like this one that I took of myself.
Whoa! Oh no! Oh, okay. So here we go. He took an actual selfie, full on Crocodile Dundee, Crocodile PP here. What is that hat? He's got a hat, a V-neck, a similar necklace to what I am wearing here. I'll say I can't diss him on that.
It's Indianapolis Jones, man. But he put that first. He put the first selfie in the oven ahead of time so that he wouldn't have to wait for it to develop. That's all it is. He's like Martha Stewart.
He looks like if you've ever been with a little kid and had to play the game Guess Who, where there's all these different people. It's like, does this guy have a beard? No. Does he have glasses? Yes. Does he have a hat? Yes. Is he dumb? Yes. Okay. Oh, I got it. It's PP. We got him. Okay. This is the other Mona. Wow. Great selfie, Joshua P. Warren. And like I said, I will pay upwards of $15 for this signed Polaroid.
Stepping up
a little earlier. So that's how this is supposed to work for normal people under normal circumstances. However, a lot of people do not realize that once that is in there, if you have this top portion closed, you actually can still remove the film cartridge. And you would ordinarily do this in a dark room because...
Okay, well, the whole point of a Polaroid is you don't need a dark room to open anything. But I'm curious where he's going. And Chris, you look very concerned. You don't know where he's going with this, do you?
Well, he's gonna probably expose some the unexposed Polaroid to the light, in which case it will generate a crazy looking image because there's no lens being used to focus an image onto the photographic plate, so it's probably going to look like orbs or something because he's just streaking it around his ceiling light. So it's going to be very unimpressive and look like mud. But yes,
I'm praying, and maybe it'll just be an image that says "A job I love." I have a couple of PP images. I kind of forgot about this. There we go. All right, look, I'm just as nervous as you can see. Oh, here we go. What could this be? What is happening with this Polaroid?
What I'm doing right now is potentially ruining this entire cartridge of film.
He's about to throw away the $15 I would give him for that photo. So I'm actually going to make up for his losses by buying that great, what did you call him? Illinois Jones or whatever photo.
Indianapolis Jones. It's from
Indianapolis
Jones.
Yep. Yes. And the Temple of Wishes that we're in here.
Even though if cartridge is the right word, frankly.
The circle
but
of bullshit.
This is an undeveloped piece of film, and I'm only doing this in light to illustrate for you.
Like
by the way,
mime.
if you
He's
do
trying
not
to
have a completely dark room like a closet,
he is he's using his hands in a way you wouldn't. He's trying to actually talk with his hands because he's not on camera. This is great.
that are a bathroom with no windows, there are also these things called loading bags that you can use. They're pretty cheap. You can get off of eBay, and you just slide your hands into either side, and then on the back you can put your camera and your film in, and you can do everything in the dark that way. So that's an option.
Well, do you know about this? What is this? A portable film processing bag?
Well, they're used for like, I had to use one time. The one time I had to load a super 16 millimeter film magazine on set, you had to put a bag in there and remove the film from the camera to put into a container for storage to get it processed. But my real big takeaway here is that PP has a camera operator helping him. I didn't even realize that till just now.
Thought about that. That's his wife. That's his wife is just filming him. It really is. Like, he doesn't have his background because he's doing like a field thing. The wishing machine is there for a reason. It really has to be. And he'll get to it.
See y'all lickety split.
All right. I don't know why I somehow ended up on the Cowboy H-Bub thing. And just one thing I'm wondering before this is that
you might be wondering, how many licks does it take to get to the Pope Lick monster?
All right. Sorry.
For you. So ordinarily, what you would do is take this thing out in the dark, and what you would have here is an undeveloped piece of film.
Okay.
Now, at that point, you can do some fun stuff. For example, I took a necklace that I had.
Oh.
This is an amethyst necklace.
Available at joshuapwarren.com. Black Friday sale imminent.
In a dark room, and I put it right here.
We're not in a dark
And then
room.
I got one of these flash packs also off of Amazon, and it wasn't much. I can't remember how much it was.
He's going to make a book called like The Wizard of Amazon, where like he'll share his list of things that he got. Like, I got this amethyst thing. I also got this flash. Basically, everything in this machine, everything that I didn't put together with my hands is from Amazon. My gloved hands.
It's a lot cheaper to just color on some paper with crayons. That's basically what he's doing amounts to. But
he's making. I think where this is going is I think he's putting this stuff onto this unprocessed Polaroid film, and he's gonna put it on the wishing machine, and something's gonna happen. It's
$20 or $30, and basically in the dark room.
If you want to do everything in the scene, it's gonna cost you upwards of like $600, I think.
Yep.
The camera, the film, the pendant, the wishing machine, the scissors, the gloves. It's a lot. The old 1990 zine, I think you probably need for this as well. That's probably another
shipping on all those items. And the crayons and paper are just cheaper. People should try those out. But seriously, what's going to happen is he's going to say, look, man, here's the one I did earlier in a dark room. And look, you can see like a magical aura so swirling around the amethyst. No, it's just light refracting. And, it's a piece of undeveloped film. But what can you do?
But if it's him I don't know, this is longer than most of his normal videos when he's hawking. And I don't think he's hawking anything. He's just working on time camera. This is the whole, remember, bring it back. This is about a time camera. This is supposed to be a time camera.
Room, you take it and you give it a flash. But these are the type of film I'm using is very sensitive. So you should probably have it at least 5 or 6 feet away if you can. But basically what you do is you go pow, and then once you've exposed it, you simply put this piece of, well, you put this cartridge back into the camera.
Take a picture of your wishing machine?
And you close it, and it's going to spit out a picture.
Okay, I got to admit, that is actually semi-cool. I didn't realize you just spit it out like that. It spits it out like it's the initial plastic piece, right? When you default it.
You're just doing that because the cartridge has like 10 or 20 in there, and you'd have to like break it apart to get that individual picture out otherwise. So he's just using it to skim that picture off the top, basically.
But he just put it on and he did a flash of his damn. I'm waiting for the wishing machine to be relevant, please.
And when I did that in a dark room, it gave me this image. So you can see how what I've actually been able to do here is expose a piece of film to a direct object using a flash pack like that.
Okay, so he has this necklace over this picture, but it looks like when he's going to move it, it's going to look like the Oprah logo, which is an O, like a purple O.
It's like you know how you can take a picture of something? Why do that when you could have something that looks much worse at great expense?
This has to go somewhere, though. It's just so long, and he's not. I don't even know if he's selling anything. Maybe his amethyst necklace. I don't know what's the point of this.
And to give you another example of how you can do this, I did the exact same thing using a Canadian coin.
You better verify if this is. We're Americans. We have so many different coins. We never do use any of them for anything anymore. They're just trash.
Really?
Yeah. I guess we need quarters for things, but.
I think we have the same number of coins as you because we got rid of the penny, but we added a $2 coin. So I think we got pretty much the same number of coins. But I can't tell what that is.
In a while. Yeah. My wife has a ton of quarters in her car, and I forget what they're for, but she has a ton of them. What are all those quarters for? She says games. Thank you. I don't know. She's going to the Nickelodeon once a week. I have no idea what she needs so many quarters for. She has so many. All right, let's see what he needs. Canadian coins for this experiment for.
I'm in America, but I chose a Canadian coin because it has some really nice angles on it. And when I did the same thing,
that's why I like Canadian co-hosts because of their certain angles as well.
What I got. So you see, there's the coin.
Okay, that is pretty cool.
That I put on top of the plate in the dark, and then
what is that he's got there? What is that coin?
I do believe that is
after
a Canadian silver dollar, which has been out of circulation for like 20 years. So it's a pretty good one.
He bought this from fucking Chum Lee. He lives in Vegas. He went to a Pawn Stars, and he was like, "Give me what you got any Canadian money?" To like $25. And he sold it
maybe longer. I've never that hasn't been in use for my entire life. So it's an old one. Yeah.
And look, Joshua, wear as many gloves as you want. We can see your gross finger. This is the most skin tight white glove I've ever seen in my life. That nail is totally funked up at the top.
Well, he just used it. He just used it to dust his Kenner Millennium Falcon, man. He's supposed to throw him out after that, you know. It's all good. They're one use, man. I'm telling you.
You see, it created that impression. So I decided to start seeing if there was a way to expose.
To put this, maybe if I put a negative of Canadian money on a wishing machine, I will be Canadian rich.
What am I missing? Like, it just looks so uninteresting. Like, trace it with a pencil. Like, it doesn't look cool at all. It's just very basic looking.
It is really just like almost like technical arts and crafts, like what he's doing right here, which is strange for him. He's usually selling something, and we're about halfway through.
Those things photographically using radionics, similar to what we were being told was possible in the legend of the time camera. So what I did was take
Here we go. Here we go. He's pulled the wishing machine towards him. He's got his magic mime gloves hanging up. Now it's fucking wishing machine time. That thing's plugged into something. I have no idea. I can think of I don't know where that plug is going or what
a 9-volt.
Yeah. Well, if it has a 9-volt, where is the outlet? Like, he's got it plugged in anyway, just for extra. I'll just plug it in anyway.
Typical radionics box. I believe this one is the E-Lux that we have at Wishing Machine.
Oh, I just believe it is. Oh, here's the commercial. Here we go. There's never ads and never will, but
Typical radionics box. I believe this one is the E-Lux that we have at wishingmachineproject.com. Right now, it's the switch is in the off position, but there's a red light right here, and this also has the option of turning it on. And you might be able to see there's a red light blinking here that shows that it has an electrical component as well.
it's about to burst into flames, maybe. Like, yeah. Oh, yeah. I didn't see a wishing me with a little red dot beeping in the top there.
It's got an electrical component, all right. You plug it in and that LED blinks. It's basically, we gutted a dummy security camera from the dollar store and put it in a wooden box and took the little LED out of it. Oh man, all those dials literally go nowhere. It's amazing. It's a sight to behold.
No, but you gotta rub, and when you feel that stick, you stop the knob, and that's it's funny as it is, as stupid as it is, when you actually think about it, what it's supposed to do. You're supposed to just sit there and rub that thing, turn the knob, and when it sticks, you hold it, and then anyway, you know the rest.
I've used this machine for years, but
sorry, go on. I always interrupt.
It says output. Like it says output, and it points up to somewhere where he's like bolted on a plate. So like he's found that like facade as like a found part somewhere, and you know what I mean? Like when it's zoomed in,
like
it says output, but he covered it up.
Yeah, and I really want to. I know it's plugged in, but like, you can hook it to a TV or an antenna. You can do something weird visually with it. At least
don't do that.
He's moved on to Polaroids. He started with Polaroid technology. Maybe we'll get to actual video screen wishing technology.
Yeah, but but Russ, you don't want a listener to break their TV by connecting a wishing machine to it. I wouldn't advise it. But
I think that's what Chronovision is. Actually, does anyone have the number for the Vatican? I might actually call them and warn them that there's a guy very close to creating Chronovision. I will call the Vatican. Send me the number. We heard them off Man Museum. They didn't answer. The Vatican, that's in Italy. It's in Italy. They should answer. All right. If someone send me the Vatican number, I'll give them a call for Chronovision being incurred on here.
And so I was interested in whether or not, instead of exposing the film to light, I could expose it radionically. So what I did was take a piece of film. I mean, essentially, I took this canister. This is the same one I just showed you. And I put it on the output plate of the machine.
Oh.
And then I took
that's the
coin, the Canadian coin.
Okay.
And I put it on the input plate.
It's all coming together. Okay, that's input output.
And then I went through the usual process of tuning it. I guess,
Where's the stick plate then? Yeah, you're supposed to rub stuff. You can't rub stick plates with ill-fitting. Why is his pinky so small? His whole hand looks weird here.
The gloves are just crazy looking. Maybe he's got them backwards or something.
These are like those false hands, those little hands you can get that you can put inside your shirt to like stick out and look weird. That's what his hands look like. Those little stick hands, like little Mickey Mouse hands, are sticking out of his shirt.
He's just reusing them, man. They're single use. It would look a lot nicer if it was brand new.
No. These are lifetime use gloves. You don't need to wash them. Just he's touching Action Comics 1 and his wishing machine all in the same week.
Radioactive Man
Fantasy 63. Yeah, Radioactive Man #1, all getting touched the same.
Considering the output plate is covered up, I use what I call the intuitive method, which you can find in the FAQs at wishingmachineproject.com, where I would go through and pick
my high school locker
the tuning.
combination.
that felt right for me.
What is he rubbing though?
On each one of these knobs.
Well, the
black
knob
box.
Oh, all right. Sorry. So the knob turning is very, very random. Apologies. This is when he kind of goes off touching stuff, but he's not rubbing anything. Wait, I thought. Hold on. I rarely get to even use this.
You turn this knob with one hand as you stroke the stick plate with the other, and when you feel that stick, you leave that knob in the position it was in.
We know that, but he's just turning them willy-nilly, right?
Like that clip is really so good and innuendo filled that it makes you wonder if the whole thing is an act. That's the greatest clip ever.
But it is not. That's the entire definition of the wishing machine put into the most innuendo you could ever find. All right.
Taking it, and all you have to do is...
Okay, wait, we missed a little. So he rubbed the knobs a little. All right. He rubbed the knobs with it down.
That red light to interfere with the development. But it turns out this film is so sensitive, it doesn't matter. Some red light still got through. And I left it like that for hours. I think I left it like that for 4 hours. And then I developed the film by simply
this is the
taking it, and all you have to do is take it in a dark room or a loading bag.
This guy is married, and I know I get up to a lot of nonsense on my own. I'm sure a lot of gullible guys do. This is some nonsense, and I don't know. I kind of want to try this myself. Like I said, I have a little respect for him and just his weirdness in this. Like, PB is fucking weird. He's such a kook that he thinks doing these things is going to get some result. Maybe he doesn't, but he's trying weird shit. I'm actually getting a little respect out of the complete randomness of the technologies involved. Like, he's like, I've got the wishing machine. Talk me down.
There's a picture. Okay. If there's a picture of a coin on this film, he's pulling a fast one. There ain't no way.
Oh really? You think it wouldn't be? You think he's just trying to get to it?
Yeah. There's no chance that would actually make a picture of a coin.
It's gonna be a lickety split. It's gonna happen.
Oh, there's already one in there. Well, anyway, you just put it in the camera. Here, I'll tell you what. I'll
He's
take
tricking
this
us.
out.
Yeah, take that out. Wait, whoa. Wait, yeah, you were trying to put it in, and there was already something in there. Come on.
See, you just stick it in there, and it develops it for you. Okay.
What the hell is that?
Obviously, this one is...
It looks like an album cover, like a Neapolitan ice cream almost. But it's just... Okay.
A little wonky because I'm winging it. But here's what I got. This is what came out.
Okay.
And so this was done at, October 29th, 2024, 8:08 a.m. And one thing that I thought was interesting about it was that if you take this Canadian coin, which is what I was trying to send from the input plate to the output plate, you can use your imagination a little bit and you could say, well, that kind of looks like the shape of Canadian coin.
Or it looks like PP's thumb.
Is that pareidoia? Perhaps.
Is that the point of this?
But you can kind of see perhaps how that maybe I was making some progress on sending the image of the coin to the output plate where the undeveloped film was sitting, and then developed it and got that.
Okay, so what does that have to do with? I'll take it off. So what does that have to do with the time coin or time phone or whatever he was trying to do? Interesting stuff, Chris. I don't know that sending the image of a Canadian coin through a wishing machine plate to another side of it. Weird ass shit. Great update on PP. What are your final thoughts on this?
Even if it worked, it's somewhat less impressive than the Polaroid camera was before he started messing with it. You know what I mean? It's like, here's a real bad blurry picture of a coin, which it's not, by the way. Like, that's probably, that indentation on that photo is probably because that's where his finger was on the thing as he put it down. That's probably what happened there. something like that. It was just blocking a little bit of light, so it got you got different color on the spot around his finger, something like that.
Well, that's our PP Warren update. And man, we are about to hit the 2-hour mark. Chris, I want to thank you for being around. We're not going to end. We will, I promise soon. We're going to take another quick music break. We will be back with one little thing before we get out here. So we're going to take a break real quick. You can jump off. I will, but we're going to close up after. And a few songs on here. I'll play this one because, man, tonight, this has been some sick shit. So enjoy this. We'll be right back. You gonna work? All right. Like I said, I'm so bad. There's so much to run on this. And when I end the song, it turns it off. But here we go. I'll be right back with some more sick shit before we close out. Here we go.
My heart is lost. These things mean nothing to me. My dick is soft. These things mean nothing to me. Not to me. I'm not sorry I released myself. It's sick shit. The last body is myself. It's sick shit. Dumb to
Yeah. Oh man, thank you everyone for supporting this show. I've got one thing we're gonna play before we go because I've been meaning to do this, and I will not. We will just kind of narrate this, but we're gonna go out with this. And I don't know. I wouldn't say, I'm not gonna say it's a bummer, but I know I've mentioned that a longtime unbeliever, Andy Cagle, had passed a little while ago, and he was a really cool dude. You might have known him as the Bookish Man in poll results. Well, I know I mentioned that, if you pass away, I will dox you on poll results, but I will also play any videos or content that you decide to put online when you were alive. And so I have a great little short film. It is a short film, but it is a short film titled Super Andy. And this is an unbeliever, rest in peace, please. I hate to say that, but you will. I said you will not be forgotten, and you won't, because you made a little short film called Super Andy. Chris, you up for watching this before we go?
Sounds good to me, man. Let's check it out.
All right, let's check it out. This is Super Andy. This is Unbeliever Andy, aka the Bookish Man, in a short film. Let's do it. Andy's meditating, trying to use the force not happening. That's Andy. There he is. Now he's at a bar. He's looking at his phone. Looks like he's on Tinder or something, right? He's a girl. No. Congrats, you have been a member for 10 months. He's at a bar. You're about to see, look at this annoying bartender.
You're gonna get you where you want. It's Huckleberry Finn.
That guy's the worst. I would never go to a bar with a guy with an open shirt like that. Suspenders is all. Suspenders is all. I said I would pause it. Go ahead.
A lot of that was, Bookish Man should have, he needed to whip that camera guy a little bit. It was out of focus quite a bit on that, but what can you do?
But whatever was on his screen, you can read. This is a short film, but this bartender, this guy sucks. Andy rules in this. And if you're his friend, I'm just ribbing you. The Suspenders has been a theme tonight. Maybe you'll end up in Fulton, California, or whatever that Benton, California, wherever that is.
Yeah,
at a big museum. But he's making him a pretty.
It's been well shot so far. That bottle was pretty soft though. Just saying. But yeah, let's see where's this going.
We'll find out. This is Super Andy. Okay. Oh, he's putting something extra in his. It looks like some kind of little fancy martini. It did change the color. I'll give him credit for that. He put something a little extra in his drink. What could that be? All right. Andy says cheers. Wowzers. Almost a Chris Farley kind of vibe, right? And I noticed a few years ago, Andy has a very 90s vibe. He, he's probably around, my or your age, but he definitely was around the 90s dressed like this. Going to an elevator now. He's looking pretty fucked up. Any bar with an elevator. Uh-oh. And now there's another guy walking up to his drink. It almost looks like a Femi version of Andy, but it's definitely not Andy. And we see a woman approaching. Okay, now we see Andy heading towards the door. He's having a lot of trouble. Dropping his keys. Or he's getting in something. Are we going to see him naked in this? I mean, he's already dead. We can't really shame him or anything. Ball head nights like this. He's sitting alone on a couch. There's a vague strobe going off in the background, and something's going on with him. You've been through nights like this, right?
What year is this? Did he make this? Do you have it on in front of you?
I can look. It's not that old. I mean, maybe I'd say. Well, I would say 8 to 10 years, maybe 6 years old. It's not super old. He's had a smartphone and an app. Yeah, maybe I'll say maybe 4 years old. Let's go with that. We see him. He's in a weird empty room. He opens his MacBook. He's typing. He's got a PlayStation in front of him for sure, and there's a memory stick there. Now the lights are off. The USB drive has flown towards him, yes. Now we've cut to a girl standing in front of a birthday cake, putting letters together. If you listen to the audio version, it's very confusing, but that is what is happening. A girl is.
That's some Kevin MacLeod royalty-free music right there, if I've ever heard it. Very popular clips.
And a very big plate of strawberries on her right, but there are some. They're like half letters, like part of an M and an L, but something's gonna happen. Okay, the girls' balloons are flying away. Oh, Andy. Now, Andy is there, and he has a cape on, but he's still wearing just his regular red kind of shitty t-shirt and jeans from before. That's the guy who walked by the Scrooge's grave earlier. Oh, so another guy jumped and grabbed the balloons, not the guy with the cape. The second guy who grabbed the drink helped the little girl. Okay. Now this is that tunnel in Canada. Look, you can kind of tell the years. So this guy is smoking a vape, but it's a vape before you could just buy vapes at gas stations. We had to go to vape shops and get like liquid. Like it's a big vape.
He's also vape. He's kind of like a combination of Jay and Silent Bob put together into one human being.
Yes, he is. If Kevin Smith had long hair but was even fatter than he was before, and he is lean, but he has that 1 foot lean up against the thing, which is very Jay and Silent Bob-esque. You're right. And if they vaped. So you're right. A modern equivalent. A woman walks by. Oh, God. He grabs her purse. Super Andy does not care. Super Andy walks by. He is not interested in helping the thief. But, oh, the guy from the bar who drank the drink second comes back with her purse. And he gets a hug. I kind of like this. I'm waiting for Super Andy to do something cool. Super Andy's walking the street. He has a flannel shirt. He raises his hands in power. He's about to do his awesome moment. He's harnessing something. He's got power. And he lifts telekinesis. Lifting rock. Grabs the rock. He has the rock. Now the garage door is opening. There's a Pontiac in the driveway. And Super Andy has spray paint. Uh-oh. Okay. Say SJ? Whoa, okay. So that was the end. There we go. That was Super Andy, the movie from our boy Andy Cagle, where he is the superhero who completely ignores any kind of responsibility and lets the other guy who got his drink do anything for him. I like it. I thought it's quirky. It was a quick little short film that was made for some kind of festival or contest that he was a part of. I actually dig it. I don't know about the ending. Even in the video itself, it says we didn't know where this was going. We had a different idea of how it would end, but this is actually how it ends. And there you have it.
Okay, good. Because I thought I was too stupid to understand what was going on, but they just didn't really know what was going on. So I feel better.
I think the idea was that he was a superhero who, I guess he got his superpowers from a guy at a bar. And the other guy,
I thought it was sort of. I thought it was
God.
like representing like what he would, like what he wants, like what he sort of wishes he would have done in those situations, versus like his actual like low life self. I was thinking a little bit too deep. I think about it.
I think there's a lot of ways to interpret it, and the fun thing is we'll never get to find out from him what his actual inspiration was. So thanks for that. Thanks for letting me think about something for the rest of my existence that I won't be able to take care of. And that's it. We're getting out. I was surprised. I thought we would go like an hour. It was just a couple hours of us hanging out with these fun stuff. There's more to come. There's stuff I didn't get to. We're now in Christmas season. Thank you everyone for supporting the show. Thanks for anyone who hung out live and watched this. We're going to get out of here. I don't know, Chris, you can say plugs or do whatever you want. We're about to get out.
No, man, just check out that Cave Monster Unbelievers audio episode where Drea was on and struggled through some tech difficulties that you'll probably never know about if you just listen to the edited version, which is great.
That's the thing. That's the thing. And which weird is this is one of our shortest episodes ever, but it felt like it was recorded as one of our longest whatevers. You'll never understand, but we appreciate honestly the final edit version. It came out really great. I'm really happy with it. It was a lot of fun. Thank you, Chris, for being on. Hang out. We're about to get out of here though. And I'm going to get out with the song, which is a version of a song, but I can't play the real version. Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone. Look, it's definitely getting late. Thank you, everyone. We will be back soon. Thanks so much. And we're getting out of here. I'm going to put on a song. And good night. It's your boy. I'm out. And
there's Paint Lick. There's Yeller Lick. There's Blue Lick. Hell, there's Red Lick. A lot of licks to get to that Pope Lick monster.
Good night.
Beautiful.
And it happened again. And this is what I'm guilty of all night. I'm sorry, it's so hard. When you stop a song, it stops the audio and you want to get through it. So you say, oh! God damn it. Why do you do that? Good night, everyone. Thank you so much. Good night. Thank you. Gotta go.
Dreamed of someone to love me. Dreamed of someone to care.
Unbelievers Podcast.
Woke up, had to wonder how I wound up in such a nightmare. But I had a dream. Dreamed of fame and a fortune. Dreamed of wealth and prestige. Got a hole in my pocket. Trousers with holes in the knees. But I had a dream. I had a dream. I had a dream. I had a dream. Dreamed of peace on the planet. Dreamed of goodwill to men. Conversation got heated, making enemies out of my friends. But I had a dream.
It's blimp. Hey, check it out, everybody. I had a blimp idea. I had a blimp dream.